What are you guys doing out here?
Just waiting.
Want to play?
This is my reason to live, and don't you know that I'm a monster? Give the fire to this race, I'm a big torchbearer.
All new X-Pulse 204V make new tracks.
It's day 5.
Take the hurt through the mud, take whatever you want, but my feet.
What are you guys doing out here?
Just riding.
Want to play?
This is my reason to live, and don't you know that I'm a monster? Give the fire to this race, I'm a big torchbearer.
All new X-Pulse 204V make new tracks.
Ongoing as well, but they will be well supported. Carola Sinksys, the sporting director, is here, sitting just down in front of us in the main stand. And the yellow, of course, very much in evidence, as it always is when the Kerala Blasters play. As we said during the regular season, I've never seen a team, I don't think, whose supporters wear as much yellow. Well, let's get immediate reaction from down at the pitch side. Earlier on, Eric Partley spoke to both coaches, Ishfaq Ahmed, and first, Carlos Vaz Pinto.
Carlos, was a really good result against Bengaluru in the first match. When you went back and watched the video of the game, what were some of the positive things you took from that game?
We took a lot of positive things, especially the mentality of my players, the commitment, the focus, and especially the way they follow the plan for the match. And also, we don't lose our identity. This is very important for us, and of course, also the result was good, because it's one team are in another level than our level, so draw against one team like Bengaluru for us is very positive.
Yeah, you've got another early kickoff here once again. What's the game plan, firstly, to tackle the conditions, and then secondly, to take 3 points?
It's different of the plan against Bengaluru, of course, because they are a different team. So we did a different plan for this match, but we keep our idea of the game. This is most important. It's important to know also that Kerala is also like Bengaluru in another level than our level. So we have to keep the focus, the commitment, and also be aggressive in transitions. It's very important to be aggressive in transitions to can score, and also to avoid that Kerala can score, because they are very, very dangerous in offensive transition.
You've made 7 changes to the lineup, so some pretty big names coming back into the squad. That must make you pretty happy and confident going into this game.
Absolutely, sir. You know, a lot of experience is there. Good players are coming back. You know, like for us, like it's entire team. Even the last match we played, the other guys also showed why they are good as well. So it's a good headache for coaching staff, but it's a good thing for whole team.
A win here today puts one foot into that semi-final position. How important is today's game, and what will you be saying to the players before they go out for this one?
I think, as you rightly said, it's a very important match. You know, like as we started very well in the tournament, it doesn't, you know, like the first step was good. The second step has to be good to support that first step, which was good. I think we need to continue our the way we were playing, and hopefully we get 3 points. As you rightly said, it will put us in a good position.
Ishfaq, enjoy the game. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Well, they're the thoughts of the two coaches ahead of today's game. There is the points table as it stands at the moment. The Blasters sit top after that win over Ranglas in their first match. Bengaluru and Sreenidi on a point. Ranglas down at the bottom. They're in action a little bit later on, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. The Bengaluru game is massive, but firstly, the Kerala Blasters, they know if they get 3 points here, it just puts massive pressure on Roundglass, Punjab and Bengaluru to at least find a winner, because with 6 points, the Kerala Blasters could almost assure themselves of getting into the semi-finals by the end of tonight. So it's a massive day here.
Only the top team go through. Don't forget, there are the fixtures. Today's two. Ranglas against Bengaluru is fascinating later on. Bengaluru held in their first match, and then those final matches on the 16th.
Yeah, you want to go into that final day having these games mean something, and particularly that one at the bottom of your screen, Bengaluru versus Kerala Blasters. That could be a hotly contested game that we all want to see mean something at the end of this group.
Well, no, even Vukomanovic, of course, on the bench serving out that 10-game suspension at the moment. So Frank Davin and Ishfaq Ahmed are the two assistant coaches that are in charge of the Manyapada for tonight's match. And they have been throughout this tournament as well. Sahal down on the bench tonight for Kerala. Well, those supporters They are among the most passionate supporters, not just in India, but also in Asia as well. Just very quickly, Eric, it was quite interesting there hearing Carlos Vaz Pinto saying that they don't want to change their identity in this competition, so they're not adapting to play Hero ISL sides. They're trying to stick to the play that got them into second place in the I-League. They're
a confident bunch, and rightly so. There's some real firepower up front, and I was very impressed with the way that they defended, and especially the young goalkeeper Aryan made some big saves. So identity for Sreenidi Deccan, what does that look like? Starting off well, starting off maybe a bit monitored, but in the second half, that's when they come to life, and that's where they came to life against Bengaluru and just gave them a little fright. So today, in this heat again, can they start from the first whistle and go right at the Kerala Blasters?
Well, this is all about energy management, time management, game management. It is around about 34 degrees pitch side, but it does feel a lot hotter. It will sap the energy of the players, but of course 5 substitutes allowed, so half the outfield lineup can be changed. It will be a little bit cooler for the second game this evening. Dimitri Diamantakos leading the Kerala Blasters players along that Sreenidi Deccan lineup. He's the captain today. No Adrian Luna, of course, in the Kerala squad for this tournament. He's gone back to South America, but Ivan Koliyuzhny does come back into the starting lineup. We'll give you the teams in just a moment. Aditya Pakastya is the match referee today. Harish Kundu, the 4th official. No really contentious refereeing decisions to deal with as yet. Games have been allowed to flow, as we saw throughout the whole of the season, really. Sreenidi Deccan was so close to making it into the Hero Indian Super League. Of course, they had to, a bit like Round Glass, they have to fulfill those licensing requirements, but they will be looking next season to build on their successes and move to Indian football's top flight. They have got some quality, the likes of Castaneda and Shayesta. Can they perform tonight against the Blasters? They started a little bit tentatively, Eric, against Bengaluru. We felt that they were showing them a little bit too much respect early on.
They waited too long to get started, and that goal that was scored by Javier Hernandez was a great example of that ball watching, waiting for somebody else to take responsibility. Against Hero ISL clubs, you haven't got that time to show respect and find out how and when to play in certain areas. You've got to go at them and know that, you know, you've had a good, successful season of your own. And coming up against the Kerala Blasters today, it's a big test.
Castaneda on the left and Diamantakos are the two captains. As we say, Aditya Pakastya is the match referee today. Let's hope that everything passes off smoothly in that particular department. Well, they're musical as always, the Blasters fans, and today will be no exception. Some great nights we had in Kochi during the Hero ISL season this year, of course, with the fans being allowed back into the stadiums. Not surprisingly, they were the most supported team in the Hero ISL. Well, here are the team lineups. Unchanged for Carlos Vaz Pinto. Stays with the team that held Bengaluru. Dua Ankiri and the relatively experienced BJ Chetri are at the heart of the defence. Fael Shayesta scored in the playoff win and against BFC. He played virtually every minute of the I-League season, while David Castaneda was the league's second highest scorer with 15 goals.
That front three is really exciting for Sreenidi Deccan because, you know, coming off the bench, there wasn't a great deal of, you know, injection of pace apart from Ogana Louis, who came in late in the game. Ashir Akhtar, he scored 3 goals in the Hero I-League season, but he's carrying a bit of a niggle, not ready for full action. But that back four was pretty solid. BJ Chetri getting the hero of the match.
Well, Kerala makes 7 changes to the side that beat Round Glass. Hormipan, Marko Leskovic, Raul KP, Jeekson, Ivan, Bryce and Bijashaga all come in as Frank Davan and Ishfaq Ahmed look to rotate their squad. Diamantakos scored his 11th of the season in the first game and will be hungry for more.
The whole midfield's changed for the Kerala Blasters, and look at the rotation they have. Look at the options they have off the bench. Vivian had a very strong game. He finds himself out of contention. But in terms of going on that list there, Bijashaga, really excited to see him start a game. Only got the 23 minutes in the Hero Indian Super League this season, so he'll be hungry to try and impress and to try and score goals.
Yeah, first starts for the Blasters for Bijashaga, who burst onto the scene with Trow in the I-League a couple of seasons ago. No Prabhshuk and Gill, so Sachin in goal for the Blasters today. Blasters in a chain strip of, well, it says white on the team sheet. It does look more like a beigey colour, cream maybe. Anyway, it's not yellow, that's for sure. Diamantakos gets us underway. It is the second round of matches in Group A in the Heroes Super Cup. A win for Kerala would virtually put them through, but don't forget, only the top teams go through. There could be a twist if Bengaluru could win later and beat Kerala. And that will give them more points, of course, but we'll wait and see. Well, Sreenidi, used to playing in this sort of temperatures, Eric. A lot of the I-League games kicked off early in the afternoon, and the heat in Hyderabad, and speaking to one of their coaches earlier, he said when we played at home on the early game, we always felt we had that little advantage because we were more used to the temperatures.
Yeah, you don't realise it, you know, coming into this game, watching, you know, how hot it is pitch side. It's a very difficult ask for Sreenidi Deccan to back up playing both 5 o'clock kickoffs. Just see the Kerala Blasters trying to play out from the back, but that pace from Hassan just causing a few problems there. But the Manyapada are here, and they want to see more goals. They got 3 the other evening, and they're going to be urging their team to try and get 3 points and get themselves into that semi-final position.
Yeah, it was a very professional performance against the Hero ISL newcomers the other night. Diamantakos penalty, Nishu Kumar and Raul KP on the score sheet. And talking of goals, Sreenidi Deccan scored 44 in the I-League last season. Only the winners round glass scored more. So they know where the net is. Castaneda got 15. Of course, Kerala had that great season again, won 10 games for the first time in the Hero ISL, but the history will show that playoff game, of course, with the walk-off against Bengaluru.
Yeah, I think for Sreenidi Deccan, the way they started the last game, just need to go at the Kerala Blasters, and players like Castaneda had their back towards the goal just a little bit too much in terms of trying to get anything in a forward motion. This is what you want to see. Hassan already on the ball, looking lively. He's got a great pedigree, been playing across the world, but just this pace is causing a lot of problems. And good to see Ayush Adhikari as well getting another opportunity at right back, one of the only starters from the last game as well. Him and Nishu Kumar keep their place in that back line.
Here is Nishu Kumar. Raul KP came off the bench and scored the 3rd goal in the first match. Big favourite among the Blasters fans, as is Sahal. Wherever you go to Kochi and you see the replica shirts on sale, they've either got number 20 Luna or number 18 Sahal on the back. That's a poor ball, almost gives it away to Diamantakos. Gabriel. Sreenidi based in Hyderabad, of course. Very good facilities up there. They've built a very good club there over the last few years or so. Of course, 2 top clubs now in Hyderabad, with Manolo Marquez shaping the Hyderabad team into what they've become. Throwing right in the corner here. It's not been the best of 2023s, though, for the Blasters. It's going well up to the turn of the year. Lost 7 of their Hero ISL games in 2023.
Yeah, it was a big fall from grace for them, wasn't it? And, you know, the momentum has been lost once they got themselves into that. Just see Rosenborg, Gabriel straying offside. Just lacked a little bit of, I don't know, injection of enthusiasm, lost a little bit of stamina towards the end of the campaign. It's a good call, clearly offside. But here in the Super Cup, or the Heroes Super Cup, it seems like they've been reinvigorated. It's a great start for them already, and Bidjashaga's running onto this one.
Good running from Bidjashaga. Big chance for him today. As we say, burst onto the scene, scored back-to-back hat-tricks in the I-League, and everybody sort of raised their eyebrows and said, wow, this guy can score goals. But he hasn't really had the chance at Kerala. Made 3 appearances at Bengaluru before moving to Kochi. Just 6 sub-appearances this season.
And these are the games that he'll want to do well, because, you know, is he going to take the place of a Diamantakos or a Gianu or a Luna in those forward positions? So he was very good off the bench, electric himself. Raul KP, Bryce Miranda, all made massive differences on the attacking end. That's why they went and scored that 3rd goal. All 3 of them combined really well to finish the game off for the Kerala Blasters. Here and now, they have a different job, a different assignment to start from the beginning.
Forward by Diamantikos, but just too far ahead of Bijishaga. It's Diamantikos coming in and carrying on the good work done by Alvaro Vasquez and Jorge Pereira Diaz last season. 10 goals in the Hero ISL. Adrian Luna had another solid season for the Blasters. Levin Kaliushny was a useful addition in midfield as well. I wonder how he'll fare. Not quite Ukrainian temperatures we've got here tonight. That's away by Hormipam. Gabriel. Shayesta. The handball. Played all but 2 minutes of the league season, Shayesta. He was a solid performer, just 2 substitute appearances in the final minute.
You can see already he's dangerous, and he wasn't looking for that from Kaluzhny. He was looking for that pass over the top, but let's not forget his set-piece taking ability, not just here, but also for the national team. He scores free kicks on a regular basis, and even from this distance, I'm wondering if he's going to test the keeper here or he's going to dink it over the top, because he's got it in the locker to cause a problem from this distance.
Over 50 appearances for Afghanistan. Faisal Shayesta. Can he test Sashin from this sort of distance? Curled in round the back. Flag's gone up for offside. So it wouldn't have counted, but floated in, got in behind the Blasters' defence.
Not a lot of pace on the ball, but it still hit the money. And that Kerala Blasters backline has been a trademark for their defensive success from set pieces all season long. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of trust that the linesman's going to get it right, but that was a very clear one for him to get right.
Shayesta already seen plenty of the ball. He will be the main focal point through midfield tonight for Sreenidi.
And they'll have to administer an appropriate game plan for the weather today. We talked about it. They've played a lot of the Hero I-League matches, but in terms of the quick turnarounds here and the level they've had to play at, playing against Bengaluru first and now the Kerala Blasters, you know, they're not in a precarious position as yet, but if they concede that first goal, they've got to then push and come out of their shell. So it's important that their game plan is spot on today.
Well, KP, because after last night, Eric, we've seen all 16 teams now. Is any one team sort of stood out for you after the first round of matches?
I think, funnily enough, Jamshedpur. And